All right, everybody, how's everybody been? Now, I want to hop into our Futures Plus platform. Um, and what I was trying to build the last few days was build a visualization for us to be able to um, pick up good moves. Okay, let me rewind here. It's been hard to put some of these calendars on charts, right? Because the liquidity on them could be a little bit too thin compared to an outright contract. So it ends up being you'll put a chart together, you go, ah, this looks like crap. It's too gappy, it's not, it doesn't look clean. I can't see where the real trend is going and stuff like that. And we can use exponential moving averages all we want, but when it's real chopped out, not chopped out, but just light liquidity, you'll see specks and you'll see areas that aren't filled. So um, it never really was. I've attempted Hikinashi candles with the day trading buddy, and obviously in day trading, being that Hikinashis show a different kind of price, right? It's a mid-body average, not too favorable. But I've discovered, and it was literally just by accident, just by um, exploring all the possible different ways to show price. I've been trying to find a way to show price clean. And down on my other chart here, bear with me because this thing is not fit right for my screen that I'm currently projecting on. Is the Hikinashi candles will actually fill a little bit of those gap and show you where the trend overall strength is, where the buying and selling where they have control. Okay, so um, you guys know me. I try to use always reference to two charts. A higher time frame, shorter time frame. High time frame if I'm swing trading. You want to look at a daily, you might want to come in an hourly or something like a 15-minute, 30-minute to like make that ultimate entry, that precision entry that has the most kind of wind behind your back kind of an entry, right? But also when I've been doing that, oh, and I do use one indicator and on here, and it's been like this for now about over a month. I've tried to bring it over and transition it from some algos I was trying to do, and using the algos as using it as a way for the algo to understand buying, selling. ADX works really good. I'm kind of surprised I haven't discovered it before, being I've probably gone through every single possible charting indicator and everything that exists. It's a phase we go through. First, you go through a series of a zillion educators, then you finally realize that it's within you, and then you start building yourself. Then you go through probably 500 and something charts and indicators, and then you either make it or you don't. And so the ADX is pretty good because there's a thing called the DMI plus, DMI minus. Built in, it's another thing called the ADX itself. So the green and red lines are plus minus DMIs, and ADX is the yellow line. Now I discovered this back in the algo thing when I was trying to find a way to avoid chop. And we even went as far as making a chop index. I wish my programmer just told me, you guys just use this. And after the fact, of course, he told me he utilizes this in a lot of his algorithmic trading. Well, buddy, you could have just told me. Waste my time. But anyways, the rule with ADX is anything over a 20, we are in a trending market. Anything under 20, I mean, above 20 returning market, under 20 we start going like sideways chop. Let's see if we can find that again here. Now on this particular Heikinashi, I'm on a 15-minute. You see as it comes down here and ADX gets under 20, it's just sideways, 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 and started descending down here like a plane, and you know, and then it broke back out. We hit a good sell signal here. A few candles after on the DMI, ADX just went up and it was perfect, right? So it helps you filter. Now, this is a 15-minute. I brought this down. I was telling myself because yesterday I did this and I got in, at a daily over here and had daily candles, and then I was taking my entries off of like a shorter time frame, and the shorter time frame was looking like poop. So then I said, okay, yeah, I was trying to use line on close, but line on close, it is telling you just what's on close. So I said, I tried this. I said, man, this is pretty damn cool, right? So Hikinashi, 15-minute. Okay, you can swing trade these. And then you want to come down and I put this on a 3-minute. Okay, now You know, it might be too fast for some people, but that's okay. The theory is still the same. You just change your time frame. You can make this an hourly, and then you can make this up here a daily Hikinashi system. Okay, so I mean, it works really good. And I wanted to talk to you guys also about the specific market I'm looking at. I've been looking at heating oil directly, just doing calendars on it with my live account. Now, let's switch this over to like a daily Hikinashi. Okay, you want to swing trade better? You want to be on the side of the trend? You see here, even look, ADX is really low, it breaks out, and we have these nice trends forming and running. And then you can use, this is your daily. Now, you can use an hourly or whatever down here then at that point to get in, or even, 15-minute then. Make that your precision entry, right? Today, I went short, showing that market was short, but even though on this daily, yes, the overall trend is down, the market still ran up against me. So I had a little bit of trouble in the morning on this. And I remember I was researching with a little bit of different time frame. I figured, okay, are we swing trading today, or are we doing something kind of intraday? The cool thing I discovered with heating oil, I'll get to that in a second, but it's its actual range between that compared to like crude. So I said, okay, let's bring this down back to, an hourly. Okay, I'm sorry, a 15-minute. So make sure your Hikinashi here is on a 15-minute. You can add the ADX. It's an indicator here if you decide to. No big deal if you don't. Right here, ADX DMS. That's what it's called. You have that, and then I have my standard. This is still my original. I've been using this since we started at Futures Plus at TradeStation. I got my market grid, a chart. I've added the indicator in there. I got my dome, my price ladder, which is tied to anything I click over here. And then down here, I just added, so I can switch between the sim environment and my live environment. So I'll have all my historical continuous entries and exits so I can keep track. See, obviously here I'm sim. And then accounts doesn't show here on the account management. Accounting is not set really on simulation. And then here's just a nat gas trade going on sim. Okay. But then down here I added this chart. I added a 3-minute. I connected it to the workspace. Okay, so that way when I click on the market grid up there, it'll give me this too. So now I'll have my smaller time frame. So here you want to go ahead and just make sure again you have your Hikinashi candles set up. I use moving averages. You guys all know I'm a big time moving average guy. This one, it's 6 different ones, and I've set them to 10 increments because I was trying to right here mimic the moving average ribbons that they have on different other platforms. So they're 10 increments, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I just did it like that. I left it like that. I haven't put it back to my favorite exponential numbers. Just keeping it that way. And then on the time frame, just put it on your 3-minute. Okay, now every time you have a platform change, just click and save at the top right little file button, which probably you can't see here because the screen is limited. Right here, save it. Okay. All right. Now, heating oil, if you take it 2 months out, 3 months out, it's awesome. And there's, decent liquidity in them. If you do the 3 months out ones, I'd be careful. But anything trading over 1,000 contracts a day, not too shabby. Now, this is no Jan. I've been trading the actual spot month and then 2 months out, October, December. And before I started this video, I was curious about looking over at how the next month over looks so that we can stay one step in front of the front month, the spot month, and then also just go like 2 months, tops 3 months out. See here with the front month, October, the spot month, we can go 3 months out, and we've already traded 1,362 contracts on this calendar. It's 3 months wide. Okay, so 3 months they say is the sweet spot. As far as ideal calendars, between 3 months and 12 months is kind of like that number. But don't play past 3 if you're new. Just take my word for it. You won't like it when you're wrong sometimes until you get the hang of what we're doing. So I've been doing the 2 month wides. I'm considering starting tomorrow to do 3 month wide, but I was coming down here before I started the video to look at another month forward, which was November and then January. So that's what I was looking at. So what's cool about heating oil versus like crude oil is you see the net changes every day. This has been happening like every day. I've been doing this and monitoring it. And as you go up into the contango months, I mean, it just look how much wider you get, and you'll see that move. You know, October out to May, halfway through the year, you can get 63 ticks. Now, heating oil is trading at $4.20 a tick. Okay, I know because I've been doing it. And which is another cool thing is because, you know, crude oil's at 10. And the thing is with crude oil is, you know, yeah, big deal. It's the popular one, right? But let me show you something. See if I can get over here. I don't know what's up with my, one moment, guys. What's going on here? I can't, oh, screen is not fitting right. Okay, crude oil spreads are very like, you know, 2 cent, 3 cent, 4 cents just per day. Average range on these things, it's just crap. And then remember, you have to get, you know, you have to pay off your commissions too, which is on average here at Futures Plus. I mean, with no discounts, I pay anywhere from 12 to 14 bucks a spread round trip. Okay, it's just the reality. I don't get no discounts from them or nothing like that. People think I have some sweet spot. I don't. They don't give me love. So, you know, it's 12 to 14 bucks depending on the product. Crude, I think, is the more cheaper one, about $12.88, something like that, right? So, and then look at the moves. It's like junk. 30 bucks, 40 bucks, $6, trash. Look at heating oil, okay? 15 ticks, 25 ticks. This is the one I've been playing last 2 days. You know, and taking at least half of that move is even, you know, it's not a bad day. And here's the other thing. See if I can get in here. I'm having some delays. I have 3 screens open today. 3 screens. I've been back at this. Back in black. Okay? When you come in here, you know, you can trade multi-contract. You could phase in these things, you know, scale in, whatever you want to call it, and then kind of like scale out. You know, you do, you know, maybe 2 contracts or whatever. The margins on them, it's hard for me to say because on my live account, I have something where they're not even showing me my margin right now. There was something I've complained about, and they open. I think I'm privileged a little bit there, but we have to fix that. Real quick, let me pause this and let's go ahead and do a margin check. Hang on. All right, guys, I'm back. So, man, this is pretty damn cool. $913 span margin to control one spread. You know how much it is to do one contract of heating oil? Why don't we go ahead and let's remove one of those positions and I'll show you. I'll show y'all. Check this out. Let's just remove that one and go ahead and calculate this up and sum it up. That's it. So you have serious margin discount, okay? Let's hit OK and get rid of that. So, you know, look at that. You know, $5,300 trade heating oil, or you spend $900 just over that and some change to trade a spread. Now, well, again, what's our strat? Okay, well, here's our 15-minute from this morning, 8:30 open. I got stuck in this little thing. Didn't have this fixed up right. I did get stuck in here. Should have reversed, kept going. I just scratched on out and started realizing this is great potential here. Should have went long and then made these videos. So here we go. Long could have come in here, 428 minus 450. You could already see the move is positive for the day, about 2.6, right? So each tick, you're going to count it as $4.20, okay? Not too bad, guys, not too bad. 26 ticks times $4.20. Oops, 26 times 420. It's, you know, $109, okay? So for those of you guys that want to just make a daily flow, real simple and easy, you could have come in here and do that. You know, you can take it off the 15-minute. This was the little area of trap. Probably, and it wasn't probably even a trap. It was profit takers here, profit takers from this, and then, but it really looked like, to me, I felt like I got trapped, scratched on out of here, and could have went long. So this is all you got to do. And one of the surveys I gave recently is asking you guys, what would you do? Just back off, or would you, go for these time frames? Some of you guys have been asking me about day trading opportunities and spreads, and here you have it. And if you look at even ADXs and stuff, you can clearly see when some of these things were chopping. Or if you look at like a 15-minute on it, you can see it even more clear. So then you don't rely on the short time frame, but from I think it was like Friday, this last Friday to Monday, we knew that we were choppy. Where was that anyway? Here, yeah, right here. This was the weekend. Okay, guys, real clean and simple. You see the prices coming in and moving on top of that moving average. ADX is making a descent. Things just kind of chop around. You should get the point. You might take a small loss to figure it out, and then you wait for the Monday's breakout. Here's the trade I started taking yesterday. Got out a little bit early, was over here. I posted it in Discord, and then it ran more on me. I was using an area of support, and then it broke a little bit more, went up the rest of the day. Now, you could even just use an ADX just to have turned that around if you wanted. So here was a little sell-off first thing in the morning before the open. Open happened, and we've been up another 26 ticks. So heating oil, guys, is a great opportunity to trade. Great opportunity to trade. I mean, it's like, gosh, I was just so happy. I even informed one of our traders in our group. This is something we can utilize in your daily trading, or again, just move this up and then implement it in some swing trades if you want. But you can put this in your day trading portfolio and just, not per se day trading. You might, swing them or whatever. But you can take this. Once the direction on this thing is set for the day, guys and gals, it's done. Once the direction is set on these spreads, they're not playing back and forth. Once they decided that direction for the day, that's it. I mean, let's look at anything. Let's look at something where it can get as tricky as on these calendars where we see some selling, and then in the front forward months we see otherwise. I mean, here's a 15-minute on kettle. Once the direction is made, for the most part, it's gonna go. Here's I'm sorry, where's the first? Here's a continuation trade from yesterday. So if we had caught that, this was end of the day. They bought to close their sells, and then a clean downtrend on cattle. So I'm observing these two on new markets, on different markets with this workspace strategy. You can see ADX rising up, and the DMI plus went straight short. And from yesterday morning to about now, this thing's worth about, probably, half a point or something like that. It's a couple $100 per spread. With live cattle calendar, you can't get any cheaper than that. It's probably as low as like $600 now, I could imagine. Use your calculators and find out. Use whatever methods you have to find out, and then go from there. Don't let the support resistance things in these micro time frames fool you. It's gotten to me too. Usually what happens with spreads is, they'll turn. When they turn, they'll turn hard and they'll never come back. So try to just stick with the overall trend on them. So little recommendation there. Again, let's go back up here, or let's go down here, and then now look at some entries. So you're short. Look at all these clean entries you can take as soon as you have these Fibonacci breaks under the moving averages. Don't fall for the longs. Stay with the shorts. Stay with the shorts. Again, here since yesterday, we had this big profit taking. You can call it a fake out or whatever you want to call it, and boom. I mean, big ass run since yesterday morning. I've been missing them too. Why? Because there's so many markets to look at. But you could see here where, ADX even confirms that, gets a little caught up here, and ADX confirms it again, and it's been a big runner again since yesterday morning. So, I showed you guys a good idea, a good strategy you can consider. Really look at that, guys. Look at in the energy sector, heating oil, calendar spreads. They're pretty simple. Again, margins are pretty cheap. You put a good charting system here, just using one platform. You can trade off of it, you can chart off of it, and all your calendars and all your stuff simply done in one setup. I'm really liking this. It's been generating me some money. With the little mistake, though, exception that I made this morning here and didn't get back in because that's the way I play. For daily income, and it's worth. You could have scratched here, went along here, big deal. I'll pay another $14 in round trip. I'm a game player to pay, guys, for money. Think about any business out there that you have to get out of your house and invest in stuff, invest in, a lot of you guys, you guys are business owners. I used to own a hauling company, and man, it was expensive. I had to lease a land to store all the dumpsters and trailers and hot shot trailer, and I had to have help. I couldn't do it on my own. I brought help. People didn't show up. Some people did. They were a liability. They'd break things. Insurance was a killer. And then I had all my bills at home. And this is just, I'll pay $14 round trip to make 110 minus, so $95 in my pocket, sitting in my boxers. There's no shame in that game. And again, you could do 3 contract. You made your $300 a day. So, I just wanted to share that idea, guys, with you. I really, really am passionate and sincere about this. Anybody that wants help, talk to me. We'll make some time. A little limited, and I've kind of planned on a couple of people I'm going to be helping with. So we're already talking, and I'll be working with those people here in the next few days or by the next week. But this is real simple. I've kind of shown it on a 20-minute video here. I take long on my videos, guys. It's just because I'm real adamant about and believe in my shit. Excuse my words. This is it. This is it. It's a way for you to generate daily cash flow on markets that are normally very expensive to trade. They have the liquidity. They make the moves. And you could just be one of these numbers in here. Okay? Just like I was this morning. Just like I was yesterday morning. I'm sorry, up in here. All right. Anyways, everybody have a good day. Talk to you later. We're going to call it part of the Forte Trend Finder strategy. It's my favorite. We just keep optimizing it and optimizing it as we get better and efficient at this. The strategy becomes more efficient, but the strategy rules and everything, what we're looking for is the same. It's been always the same since we got out of just the purely seasonal idea. This is how we maximize every leg of the moves on the way up, on the way down, okay? I can show you guys many examples where, again, you can go long cattle from April and be up $700-800, or you could have traded all the legs up and down through the way and made a lot more and made your broker happy too. Who cares? Make your broker happy. They'll look out for you more anyway. Trust me. All right. I don't say trust me like I'm getting pampered, but I'm pretty sure they'll know your name when you call them. All right, so that's my 2 cents for this strategy, guys. 4-day trader, trend finder strategy, calendar spreads, keeping it simple. I almost used another bad word. Peace out.